Clarity in life is a result of knowing what we want and knowing why we want what we want. When we have clarity, we seem to be able to tap into an endless supply of energy and drive. And when we don't know what we want, we tend to feel unmotivated and uninspired. We tend to just go through the motions of life rather than living with purpose and intention. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the power of clarity and share 4 tips to help you access greater self-awareness around who you are and what's important to you so that you can invite greater joy and fulfillment into your life. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike and I'm a Kung Fu and Tai Chi teacher based out of Boulder, Colorado. On this channel, I share inspiration and strategies each week around topics such as personal growth, self-care, and mindfulness to help you live a more masterful life that is both intentional and fulfilling. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Today's video is about the power of clarity, why continually seeking deepening levels of clarity is such an important aspect for anyone looking to grow and transform their lives. Greater clarity is the result of asking yourself questions to better understand your life. What is it that you truly want? What's important to you? What do you want for yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? It's about becoming more self-aware. Many of us can get caught up in the day-to-day demands of life. We can start to go through the motions of life rather than really live it with intention. As a result, we can lose touch with what we want for ourselves as far as our health, our relationships, our vision for how we want to show up in the world and how we wish to impact others. And if we lose touch of where we want to go, we sort of begin to just wander through life. We have no direction, no idea of what actions we need to take to grow and evolve in ways that are actually meaningful to us. In this way, it's not even possible to have personal development without direction, without clarity. And if you're watching this video, it's more than likely that personal development is something that motivates you. There's something inside you that's compelling you to grow and become a higher version of yourself. But perhaps you're feeling a bit lost, or maybe you don't have as much clarity as you had at a previous point in your life. Or maybe your life is feeling somewhat stagnant right now and you're not sure which direction to go. Trust me, we've all been there. I know I have. I actually believe this doubt and uncertainty is a good thing. It invites us to take stock of where we are and question where we want to go. Many people just keep doing the same things over and over again in life just because it's what they know or what they're good at. It feels safe and, well, just easier. It can be quite challenging or scary even to think there might be a different way for us to live and be. But for those with the courage and willingness to embrace the discomfort, this discomfort can actually serve us by driving us to seek greater self-awareness and clarity. An example from my personal life is that I used to have a career in IT or information technology. While I appreciated the stability and security of IT and even went as far as getting a master's degree in the field, I never found the work to be deeply fulfilling. Not that I didn't enjoy it at times, but it definitely felt more like a job than some kind of calling or life's work. I wasn't making an impact on the world in a way that felt deeply meaningful to me. So in 2007, I started my Kung Fu and Tai Chi school. While still working full-time in IT, my school definitely provided a greater sense of fulfillment because it was something I had created. It was a direct expression of me rather than helping others leverage IT for their goals and their visions. I could shape my school any way I wanted to, and taking on this responsibility, this ownership, allowed me to be proud of my successes and failures alike. But as time went on, it became increasingly obvious to me that it was going to be too exhausting and not sustainable for me in the long run to stay in IT and run a school. Anything that doesn't fill us up ultimately drains us of our energy and vitality. There's no energetic balance, no healthy give and take. So I knew it was time to start exploring different careers. I remember how hard it was to even imagine what a different career might look like back then. At the time, I remember a friend asked me, if you won the lottery, what would you want your life to look like? How would you spend each day? I couldn't answer her. I really didn't know. I could think of things I would want to do in the short term, like travel the world, buy things for myself and loved ones, and experience things that I never had the freedom to experience while being constrained by the responsibilities of a corporate career. But what would I want to do after I did all of that? Intuitively, I knew that my newfound financial freedom of winning the lottery in and of itself wouldn't be able to buy me happiness. I felt so disconnected from knowing what I truly wanted out of life anymore. I had worked so hard to get where I was, only to discover that I wasn't happy or fulfilled once I got there. I had no clue how I truly wanted to live each day of my life and what would bring me the greatest joy. I didn't have clarity because somewhere along the line I had stopped asking myself the important questions. I didn't know who I was or who I wanted to be anymore. I think a common misconception about clarity is that once you have it, you're set for life. But this is not the case. The habit of seeking clarity is a continuous process. It must become a practice. What we want changes as we grow and evolve. In fact, I would go as far as to say that if it doesn't change, it means we've become stagnant. Our natural state of being is one of thriving and not just surviving. And so clarity is not a fixed destination. It must be continuously revisited and refined through the process of asking ourselves questions in order to develop greater self-awareness. Here are 4 tips I want to share with you that I feel can be great starting points for self-inquiry. The first tip is to identify what your passions are. As we get older and settled into a career, it can be easy to lose touch with what our passions in life are, especially if we've just been trying to survive and get through the daily grind. It's common to just do what we're good at or what we're acknowledged for by others rather than what really brings us joy and fulfillment. For me, I've always been interested and curious about personal development. I remember watching the Tony Robbins infomercials when they first appeared on television in the late 80s and asking my parents to buy me the audio tape course he was selling at the time, which I still have to this day. My interest in accessing the greatest human potential has been something I've been passionate about my entire life. It's one of the reasons I was drawn to learning Kung Fu and Tai Chi, and it's what motivates and inspires me to make these videos on YouTube. It's the passion that ties a lot of my different interests in life together. So try to make a list of all the different things you're passionate about, or if that feels too difficult to tap into, make a list of different things you could be passionate about. This is a great starting point for self-reflection. It may be helpful to think about when you were younger, what type of activities did you enjoy? Or have there been activities you've always come back to again and again in life? These are often activities where you regularly lose yourself in or are able to access a state of flow. Reflecting on activities in life that you are passionate about that really bring you joy and fulfillment is a great way to identify where you could be focusing more of your time and energy. Sometimes we just need to give ourselves permission to really feel into this, especially when we feel like life is pulling us in a million different directions. And if you're really struggling with identifying your passions, sometimes it's helpful to just get out there and do stuff. It's easy to become paralyzed and do nothing when we're confused or overwhelmed. But by just starting, getting out there and doing stuff, you can start learning what you like and what you don't like. It's a starting point, and you'll continue to learn as you go. The second tip is to try and describe your energy in a few words. I believe everyone has an innate energy that they naturally offer when they're just being themselves, when they truly feel connected with who they really are. For example, you might see yourself as peaceful or nurturing or inquisitive. When we are able to more consciously tap into these words or the energies that they represent, we have greater clarity and self-awareness around who we are or even who we want to be. For example, the words you identify can also be who you want to become. What energies would you want the highest version of yourself to embody? How would you like others to describe you when you're not around or after you've gone? Having clarity around what your natural energies are or what you might aspire them to be is important if we wish to live our lives more intentionally. This allows us to live more purposefully rather than leaving the life we wish to create up to chance. The third tip is to create a morning routine. I've found that creating a morning routine for myself of having habits that I practice every day in the mornings has had a huge impact on how the rest of my day unfolds. I'm able to shift from feeling lower level energies such as overwhelm and confusion to feelings of clarity and empowerment. It's been a helpful tool to set my intentions or tone for the day. I'm a firm believer that energy flows where attention goes, so a morning routine allows me to consciously choose and commit to what I wish to create and support supports my desire to live a more intentional life with greater clarity. And if you're curious, I'll link a previous video I made of my own morning routine in the card over here. My fourth and final tip is to become aware of and consciously choose the people you surround yourself with. Many of us have heard Jim Rohn's famous quote that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, or common sayings like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Both of these are basically pointing to the fact that you're going to be very similar to the people you surround yourself with. So you want to choose carefully. Are the people in your life supportive and in alignment with your goals and aspirations? Will they help build you up or will they drag you down? If you surround yourself with people that just want to relax and hang out and don't have greater aspirations, that's okay. But if you have greater aspirations, it's a lot easier to be motivated when you're spending more of your time with people that have similar ambitions as you. People are actually going after the life they want rather than making excuses. That way you can be of support to each other, inspire each other, and celebrate wins together. Who you spend most of your time with, and this includes what you consume on social media, has a huge influence on who you will become and your ability to achieve your goals and manifest your dreams. Get clarity on who your support network really is. Are the people around you negative or judge you for what you want? Do they possess the traits you are looking to develop? And so get clear about the kind of person you want to be. Identify skills and traits you want to learn and embody and go look for others with these strengths. You're much more likely to grow and evolve in ways you want if you're surrounded by those with similar aspirations that you can share with and learn from. Big picture wise, the more clarity we're able to have by going inward and asking ourselves questions like, who am I? What's important to me? What do I want out of life? The greater self-awareness we develop and the more we are able to support ourselves in transformation. If we take action without this awareness, without having clear direction, we leave who will become to chance rather than consciously creating who we would like to be. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Question of the day. Do any of these tips resonate with you? What helps you gain clarity when you're feeling stuck or confused? Let me know in the comments below. And please like and share this video if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn notifications on if you would like to receive inspiration and strategies each week just like this. Have a wonderful day and we'll talk more soon.